Wow. Holy crap, guys. This is the problem. I pretty much live under a rock, I guess, because to be honest with you, I never heard of this guy. I don't even know why people would subscribe to such a horrible, horrible turd of a person who calls himself a human being. Now, I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there, there's some of them, I'm not going to say a lot, that really irk my nerves and things that they do. I cannot, as a person who, does a lot of mental health counseling for a lot of people I work with and help out, which I do as a charity, as a donation, as a giving back. I help out a lot of people, as you can see in my channel as well. I have a lot of, videos helping people deal with depression, PTSD, other type of things. And I never heard of this guy, Logan Paul. I swear, never did. And I had no idea what the hell was going on. And I was seeing that, all these YouTube channels now have videos posting things about YouTube being horrible for doing these new, ways to get partnerships and all of this thing. And, with the advertising, they're demonetizing things. They're being strict. So I dug a little deeper. I was looking at the channels and I'm viewing these videos and I'm saying, what the hell is going on? And I finally ran into a video and I could not believe my eyes about this guy. And it's weird because my friend said, Leor, this was in the news too. I can't believe, I don't watch the news really. I see the news like on the internet, whatever. I turn it on, whatever pops up in the startup page, that's my news, and I check out weather and that's about it. I never... and I apologize for my ignorance on that, but I could not believe what I saw. I mean, sometimes, I guess, some of these channels are so desperate, but and this guy is an established YouTuber, so there's no excuse for this. But I guess, greed kicks in, and he wanted to, this guy named Logan Paul wanted to get more subscribers, and basically says it wasn't clickbait when it was. Claimed he, said he didn't monetize this video because it doesn't matter. It was all about a publicity stunt. Went into one of the most saddest areas in the world. Went to what is called the suicide forest in Japan. And basically videotaped, oh man, a dead body hanging, acting like he gives a crap. And then he starts making fun of the dead body. First off, I'm going to say this. I don't blame YouTube for being more strict about their guidelines and what they want to make, channels. But there is a problem here, and I'm going to talk about this. But right now, I want to first hit on this guy named Logan Paul. One of some of the YouTubers that I saw that were horrible human beings. All they care about is greed, to the point that they can make fun of someone taking their lives. I had a friend who killed himself. And I had many that I've helped deal with suicide because I went through that experience. It was one of the most horrible experiences that I hope none of you ever know anyone that does that. And I teach you guys in one of my videos, I showed you guys, I talked a lot of people out of suicide. You guys wrote to me and you said thank you. And I also do private calling and, through Skype and stuff like that. And I mean, could you imagine when a person wants to kill himself, it is total absence of love. It's not selfishness. You reach a point where you just feel like you can't breathe and you're only drowning. These people go through such horrible trauma that the only way they see possible is to rid themselves of their lives. And I explain it, and I explain to many how to get away from that thought process, and I'm happy it helped so many people out. But I'm sorry, I just every time when I hear somebody committed suicide or even attempted suicide, I always blame myself like it's my failure. And because I always pray to God that He puts me in the that He puts me in the right place to be there for the person, to help him, because I wasn't there for my friend. This freaking sucks. I hate doing it. I hate mushy shit. The thing that pisses me off is that I always pray that I would be put in a situation where I could help somebody before they make that horrible mistake. And to have assholes out there to go out and about to seek publicity, to ridicule, make fun of a person who killed themselves, making noises with like squeaker toys and complete... I don't even understand how people could subscribe to such stupidity, to take part of something so dark. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this on a YouTube channel. This guy was this amazing guy put it up on his page, explaining how he's hurt by it, and how he had a lot of suicidal thoughts. And I reached out to him, and I hope he reaches back to me, and I hope he sees this video and contacts me. He says he's okay and everything in the video, but it's like, I don't know. I don't understand how someone could do such a stupid thing, and I'm sorry for my ignorance for not being well aware. I mean, I always do reviews. I do mental health counseling and stuff, but I don't really watch news. I don't really care much about current events because I don't know. It's just, it's not that I don't care. It's that I just see too much darkness. And I'm here to try to improve the world, and in order to improve the world, you need to see what is wrong out there. And I just focus on my surroundings, and I go out and about and try to help people, and go out, do everything possible to help one another. But knowledge, I guess, of everything is something that is needed. It's just I need to be in a positive state to help others. When I'm in a negative state, it's kind of hard to do that. And I couldn't believe it. I got like such flashbacks. I mean, could you imagine this man's family, this man's, if he has children, any of that, to be, he was hung, and this guy's making fun of him. I mean, you gotta be the most cold-hearted son of a bitch on the face of this earth. And now YouTube has strict guidelines, but what they don't understand is this guy was well established, and there's other people out there, honest people, that are trying to come with honest channels and honest videos, and they don't have as much of subscribers as this piece of garbage, and they're trying to start a career. They're trying to build it even out of love for the channel and stuff like that, and they want to be partners. And you guys are, YouTube, I love you. You're good in what you do. I mean, I got to tell you why I love it. It's a double-edged sword with YouTube, but the reason I love YouTube is that, back in the day when I was growing up, we didn't have channels to go, like now people are seeing the videos I have about PTSD and stuff, but you actually see people who are experiencing in the moment, and they're doing videos and helping people. People didn't have this kind of help. They needed to seek professional help, where people threw drugs at them and all kinds of stuff and didn't help them out and didn't care for them and all of this garbage. So a lot of these people are trying to make a living off YouTube because they're still experiencing, for example, anxiety attacks and stuff like that. And I know so many that I've helped on from my YouTube channel that are contacting me every day and telling me they're unemployed, they can't get employment, they can't work under pressure, they have PTSD, they have all kinds of stuff. So they do YouTube channels, and they can't work in other jobs. They can't be as fortunate as we, where we go out there and look for a job and work and do this as a side thing, out of the passion that we love it, to get information out there. They can't do that. And what you're doing is, I think the best way to do it is not attack the small channels. What you should do is, when a person hits that publish video, you should have it where you have, and you have your guys that already are sitting there, that people review the content before allowing it to be published. I think that's what people, that's what you guys need to do. Before allowing dirt like this piece of garbage to go on and do what he did. I mean, can you imagine how much negative publicity you guys have gotten? And you guys are a plethora of information. You guys are amazing. You don't know how much you've helped me and tutorials and things like that. You know, when I finally, you guys came out, and I was like so psyched out about it. If you look at my early videos, we were doing like comedy stuff, you know, and stuff. I put stuff that I did on my, you know, back in the day, you know, in school and stuff. It was fun to let people watch your videos. Like I used to put and show my grandma all the way, you know, she doesn't live with us, so she sees the videos of, let's say, my wedding and stuff. She couldn't come here. You know, I'm working on my video now to put up on YouTube. And it just became such a cool place to share videos at. And it was just amazing things that I didn't have at all growing up. And I think what you guys should do is not take it out on the little ones or even on the big ones. I think what you guys should do is simply, you know, before you allow a video in, to actually check out the video to make sure it doesn't have garbage like this, and then permit it on the channels. I think everyone, people who are small content creators and people who are big content creators or whatever, you know, big channels, small channels, everyone could agree with me on this. I think if we could have a system that YouTube can actually do this and take this thing and say, you know what, guys, this video is not according to our standards, we don't want it, and this is the reason why. You guys are, you know, showing people who committed suicide. And I think things like suicide should get a permanent ban, where they show a person who, you know, committed suicide and make fun of a dead body of any sort, or showing anything, you know, that something like that should be completely banned off of YouTube. But you know, to help the brand have a positive light. YouTube has a lot of positivity. There's a lot of honest, good people on YouTube that are really out there to try to make great content and try to give information to people. You know, I know some people, they said, well, get a job, you know, you YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that, like myself, that have jobs. There's YouTubers that don't have jobs because they're unfortunate, because they have depression issues and stuff like that, that they just can't get hired, or records and stuff like that, and they've completely repented and did good stuff. And I know some of them, I used to watch this guy who was ex-con, completely on YouTube, completely changed his life around, and is being a positive influence to all ex-cons, that to show them that they could repent and they could have a place in society. And channels like that is needed on YouTube and stuff. But these idiots, this guy obviously is well established, and what he did was basically ruin it for all YouTubers. But this is the thing that ticks me off. It's not even about YouTubers. What he did was such an abomination, such a hurtful thing. He is the biggest piece of shit on the face of this earth, and I wish that karma, you know, that what goes around comes around. I hope that piece of garbage, after what happened to him, I hope that piece of garbage really takes a long look at his life and what he did. I don't think he feels anything. I really don't. I think at this point he just wants to save his channel and, you know, make his whatever he's making. But the thing is, I think that people should unsubscribe, that publicity stunts like that should not be, you know, should not have human beings that are good people, should not be subscribing to horrible channels like this. They should not be people that are you know, flocking to sites like this. You know, it's just horrible. And it's just, man, I can't tell you how much this affects me as a person. Who, you know, it just, I just can't believe a human being could do something like that. And what he did was, I know a lot of people are saying, well, he ruined it for all the YouTubers out there, all the content creators, everybody out there, and YouTube now with their strict guidelines and everything. Here's my thing, guys. We should focus on this turd right here, and we should focus on people like him, and we shouldn't give power to channels like that lie their butts off, that commit horrible acts like this piece of garbage did, who completely disgraced the YouTube brand, who completely disgraced every partnership from AT&T to Staples to everybody. I don't know, all the people that are advertising. I mean, I advertised one time one of my businesses on YouTube. Can you imagine if I know my money that I am paying this piece of garbage, what he did on his channel? I am paying him money to give him positive reinforcement to continue on the way he is. I don't blame the partnerships for getting ticked off and saying no, but to the partners I say this: you guys are taking it out on the wrong people. To YouTube, I'm saying you're taking it out on the wrong people. I think what there should be is, when you upload a video, automatically it should be investigated before allowing. You hit that publish button and it says wait up to 2 or 3 days, whatever, till it's published, and allow it to be investigated before YouTube allows it through the gates. And that's my thing on that. So if we want to talk about the business of YouTube, you know, don't take it out on the little guy. We could talk that, but I think the most important issue here is that videos like this, and I'm all for the Constitution and all of that and freedoms and all that. I don't like to infringe on anybody's freedoms here, but something like this piece of garbage does not belong in our channel on YouTube. So anybody like that other idiot who filmed, I'm not going to talk about it, filmed his father or grandfather having a heart attack and tried to make a point to the world why they need to be vegans. And you guys know who I'm talking about. That's horrible. Something like that should not be allowed. I think there's also supposed to be some kind of a rating system. But most importantly, I think that certain things, you know, you have to draw the line, and this is where this is horrible. And I couldn't believe what this douchebag did. And I think, you know, you want to get, you know, freedoms are freedoms, fine. Never monetize his videos. Never promote this kind of behavior. You know, you go to MySpace, you go to Facebook, you post any of this crap, they'll be taken down instantly. And I'm surprised that nobody reported this douchebag for such a long time, that it had so many views and very little reports. I mean, it's shocking. It's just shocking. That's all I got to really say about that. I want you guys to comment to me if you think I'm wrong about this. And I know a lot of YouTubers might be attacking me for this, but I think we could agree on that. I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, I've seen people coming out with videos disgraced by what this idiot did, and then these fanboys are attacking them. Guys, I don't care if you're a fanboy of this douchebag, but you got to look at yourself in the mirrors and say, is this the type of role model we need? Is this the type of crap that we want to see? One day, God forbid, when you get to that position where you want to take your life, and I hope to God that someone is there to stop you, but would you want somebody to completely market your dead body, making fun of you, making squeaking noises in front of your dead body, to get views and you know, publicity? And this douchebag was well established. This was uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. This completely, and his channel is so unentertaining. I don't even know how people like it, but this was completely uncalled for, and you could literally tell that this guy has mental issues. And I'd love to help him. I reached out to him. He'll never respond, of course, but I'd love to help this guy take a look at himself and repent at some point. You know, the thing is, we all are lost. We all make mistakes. This was a horrible, horrible mistake. But that doesn't mean this dude can't repent through recognizing what he did was bad. When he comes on a video and crying in tears and telling you guys to forgive him, that's obviously a marketing scheme. What he needs to do is invest money in suicide hotlines. Invest his money trying to invest time. I have a lot of organizations I work for that I give back. And I think that's what he needs to do right now. He needs to go to these organizations, you know, do the hotline, do videos combating suicide by helping people, hiring some psychologist to help people or therapist on his channel. We have an epidemic right now. There's shortages of jobs. There's people that are suffering and are hurting. So much divide and conquer going on. I don't believe in conspiracies. Conspiracies today means the truth. So much divide in the people right now. So much pain, so much hurt. People even are marching, and some of them don't even know what the hell they're marching about. They're just angry and they want to sound off. And you ask them, they don't even know what the hell they're marching about, you know? It's because people are angry. People are hurt. You have to, at this point right now, we need to actually invest. We need to help one another. We need to come together as a people. And the only way you're going to do that is by giving back. And I urge everyone, I know it's hard. Jobs are hard. The job market is hard. Making money is hard. I get it. Trust me, I suffer a lot in terms of economic, you know, stuff. I living paycheck to no check. I totally understand what the heck you guys are going through, because I go through the same crap. But every time, if you could even give like an hour of your time, find any type of organization that you can help out. It's always good to give back to the world, and you know, especially in these times, to be, you know, whether you believe in God or not, it's to be better people. It completely evolves you as a human being. It evolves you into being a better person. Even if you're the best person in the world, you could be even better. There's always room out there. Instead of doing these stupid videos, this guy needs to right now get back on the, you know, on the horse, but go on the horse to help people. I think he needs to do a lot of positive PR. I don't think he has any feeling in him. And I think mostly because he hates himself. And a lot of people are saying, well, no, this guy must love himself. He's narcissistic. A lot of the people that I helped that suffered from narcissism, they really hate themselves. They might think, they tell themselves, I'm better than everybody. I am the shit. I am this. I am that. Trust me, when we got to the core, they hate themselves. This guy obviously hates the person he is. And it doesn't matter. People could be the most successful people on earth. What is defined as success today is very subjective, and all the time. They look at themselves as losers. They hate themselves. And I think what we need to do is to reach out to this douchebag and to make him see his wrong and to do positive work, which will help him out in the long run, even if he wants to do something for his own gain. But I think that a person as many subscribers as this idiot had, that means he has a very hard reach. And out of these millions of subscribers that he had, from those millions, you could imagine how many from them have suicidal thoughts. How many of them don't like themselves, that they're part of his channel. How many of them, you know, are struggling with issues. I think he could reach out and be a positive role model. A person could turn around and be a positive role model. And I think that's what he needs to focus on right now. Not money, not making money, not greed. To turn around and not be a douchebag and actually go out there and make a difference in people's lives. If he didn't spend all his money on drugs and you know, coke and crack, which it looks like to me that this man, obviously you could tell from his face, this man, and you could I've dealt with so many people who have depression, and I know that what narcissism is, and he suffers from that, and I know that he hates himself. Sort of like that vegetarian, that vegan guy. He could tell you he loves himself, he could tell you everything. I could tell right away the guy suffers from a lot of mental instabilities, and it's not something to make fun of. It's not something to, you know, all of that. It's something to reach out to him, because eventually you say, all these people are like, I thought he was happy and he killed himself. One of the most amazing stars that I love with all my heart committed suicide, Robin Williams. Everyone thought he was a happy-go-lucky guy. Now, I know there's conspiracies running around, but there's many people like him who killed themselves and looked like they were having the best time in their life. And the truth of the matter is we don't know everybody. We don't know if this dude is a sociopath right here. But the thing is, somebody needs to get to him and allow him to repent immediately. Try to get to him and spin it around. Even if you don't like him, the people that are subscribed to him, which is in the millions, apparently, many of them were hurt after what he did. So to reach out to them is extremely important. I do YouTube videos mainly because I was if you look at my videos when I say it, I was fed up with false reviews, fake people, all of that. I remember I used to have to buy video games. I was so excited, and then seeing video games crap, or cameras and equipment, which I do reviews for you guys. And I wanted to come out with a channel to do something positive for the people. So I started off doing things with mental health. And I was happy how many people, and it wasn't monetized, it was all demonetized because they didn't see it fit, YouTube. And I don't blame them. I don't do it for the money. I do it out of, and I think that's the thing, people shouldn't do it for the money unless you're suffering from depression and you can't work and all of that, and this is your only job, you know, do it. For me, I give most of these things into buying things to review. Obviously, I put a lot of my own money in it, and I give a lot to charity as well. And I think that's what most YouTubers need to focus on. Doing another job will keep you humble. And then you don't become a slave to companies that are paying you money to say certain things. This guy right here is an example of a guy who's greedy, doesn't have a job, doesn't have anything. And what happens is you get up to a certain high, you start losing a connection with humanity, and before you know it, you don't feel anymore. You don't care anymore. It's all a money game for you. Everything you do in life, I know today times are hard, but you should always do something that you know you can make a positive impact on. Okay, I work 3 jobs. It's hard. I get it. These 3 jobs, and I do this on the side. Okay, and I don't obviously make, yeah, you can see my subscribers. The thing is, I do this as a way to give back. I don't do this as a way to try to be greedy. I don't do this as a way to, let's see how much money I can make to add up. I got my jobs for that, for my support of life. And it keeps me humble because I am connected with human beings out there that I see every day, that I help them out, whether through mental, those who suffer from mental issues. And then I also do other work like selling and stuff like that, which I do ticket and marketing and stuff like that. And I work for a lot of, independent stuff like painting or, fixing things, building things. And it keeps you humble because you connect with people. When you become isolated, you become a sociopath like this piece of garbage. A lot of the things I could tell you from statistics of people I work with, most of the people that suffer from anxiety issues and depression are people who are isolated. For the most part, not all, obviously. I met people that are working and everything. But that isolation makes it worse. This is why I do these videos of my mental health counseling, is because I want people not to be isolated. I want people to get over it on their own, to show them how strong they are. They get over it on their own, without medications, without anything, and then they go out into the world and they become better. Because if you are stuck, isolated, you will never be better. It's always a worse thing. You'll only get worse. And this is what happens to this guy. He has his little friends who use him for his money, who use him for the trips. He doesn't know what true love is. That's what hate is, the true absence of love. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people have trouble defining things, but I have a knack for pointing things out. And the truth of the matter is, this guy, everybody that's probably around him are using him. He's a man who hates himself. Believe me, he hates himself. I have no, pity for what he did, and I call him a douchebag for doing something like that. But I do believe that he can now do work for the positive, and he could change himself around. He lost his YouTube career, I hope, but I think what he could do is reach out to everyone, not in a corny video acting like he gives a crap, because obviously we know he doesn't feel, but I think he needs mental health counseling. And then what he needs to do is go out and about and try to reach out and give back to the communities out there that are suffering from pain right now, that are hurting, and try to give back and educating the public and saying the horrible thing that he did, and try to repent for the soul of that person. If you don't believe in souls and you don't believe in afterlife, repent for yourself to become a better human being and go out there and get a real job. I know YouTube is a real job as well. Don't get me wrong. I know people who do it as a real job, and I'm not, downing them. But to you YouTubers that do it as a real job, I recommend that you give back. Go do some charitable work. Get out there and talk to people. It will keep you humble, I promise you. If you want to contact me at any time, please contact me. I don't really care if you dislike this video and give me 1 billion dislikes. It doesn't make a difference. To me, it's about making this world a better place. And this thing hit me a little close to home. I know human beings are capable of doing horrible things. You could see with Hitler and a bunch of other things, what happened in the Holocaust, what happened in the persecution, the genocide of Armenians, and all of these horrible things that happen in this world. It's just, wars and all of these horrible things. We need this, these YouTube channels to be more on the positive side, and to come out there and speak and help people. Even if you do unboxings, gaming reviews, anything, have an episode where you're actually talking to people and try to reach out there. But I urge you guys to go out there and get a job that is, whether it's a charitable job where you're not making money and you're giving back, or you work for money, but become social. This is not social. You're reaching out, but this is not social. When you talk to people every day and you're around people, if this guy was around human beings that were normal and would come out there and speak to people and give back, he would have never done something like this. He would have had a feeling, he would have had a heart, he would have had a mind. I'm still in shock. But that's all I got to say. And to YouTube, don't take it out on the small people. I think what you guys should do is, anybody who uploads a video, you should check it before allowing it to go. MySpace used to do that before. I remember some other channels used to do it also after it got a little bit horrible. And see what's what. But don't take it out on the little guys. I know there's so many YouTubers out there that are saying, oh, we only have 100 subscribers. We need 1,000 now in order to be accepted into the partnership. These are not the people you got to go after. These are not people that are causing these problems. It is these kind of people, the people who are greedy, the people who are evil by nature because they have no idea what love is. And this guy was well established, so the people that are trying to make it will always try harder. They have other jobs. They're trying to make a positive thing. Even if they have this in mind to be their only job eventually, which I'm against. I think people should always give back, but whatever. But let's say they do that as they want to eventually reach there. That way to reach to that top, they're going to be nothing but good. They're not going to be evil. In fact, most of the reviews that I listen to are people that don't have a lot of subscribers, because I know they're not paid for by the following to say things. You understand? So they're people of truth. Why punish them? I think in general, to make it whole, and you see a lot of these YouTubers that have like 1 million subscribers, they all talk and they're like, oh, well, it's fair. Of course it's fair, because they are in that position right now. And you know what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to turn into this idiot. Because already they're showing they're insensitive to other people out there. So already that's going to be the next step. It's the wrong move. I think as a businessman myself, I'm going to tell you it's the wrong move. But I think overall, right now, people shouldn't talk about this. They should talk about, and I see a lot of YouTubers that talk about it, and that's why I just wanted to put my 2 cents in, but I think we should talk about mostly repenting this idiot by having him repent, but most importantly, reaching out to others and making a difference in people's lives. This is Dr. Leo Burrell, and those who don't know about this, do me a favor, don't even research it. Because this is just horrible. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope this sheds some positive light in people. To show you guys how many people are hurting, especially this idiot here. He's hurting like crazy. He hates himself, believe me. Not for doing what he did. He just hates himself as a human being. He hates himself. And this is what exhibits this narcissistic behavior and this sociopath type behavior. And I think what we need to do is to reach out to people to make sure that things like this doesn't happen anymore. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you have any issue with this video, you know, this is my 2 cents. It's my opinion. Make a video yourself, and I'd like to see it as well. Let's all get videos out there to help out the public in general, to help out humanity in general. And those who suffer from suicidal thoughts, as I said in all my videos, or in any mental health issues, contact me on the private message, you know, the messages on YouTube, and together we'll get through this. And that's really all it is. And as you see, every one of my videos that helped, never one was left behind. All the people that actually followed the techniques and everything, you know, they were out of it, and I'm happy. It takes a while, as I said it does. Never put a time frame, but it takes a while, and eventually everybody got out of it. And I'm really happy about all this positive energy. There's these commenters, and these commenters I love because they went out and about and shared the information. As I said, I don't want any credit, and anything I do, I don't want credit. I want you, the only payment I ask, as I said in all my videos there, is that you help someone else with that information, if it helped you. And that's what I want people to do. I don't care about credit. It's not about, I don't give a damn about publicity. I really don't care. I just want you guys to go out there and make a positive difference in people's lives. Yeah, lives. I love you all. Comment, let me know what you guys think. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.